come January next year.
Well, I was saying like it was more overwhelming just because it was like everybody was super super proud of their shit and all your stuff was garbage. Like, and it was
Right,
like
right.
whatever. Y'all want to be like that? I'm cool. I'll just come by and look at your stuff. You don't have to
Oh,
take
for
my
sure.
money.
I mean, the cost of cards nowadays are astronomical. I bought I splurged a little bit, and I decided that I was going to buy a Herbert, a Burrow, and a Lance rookie auto at Encased, and just hold on to them. And then I stumbled upon a 101 Joe Burrow contenders. So that's
Wow.
it's the four that I'm sitting on right now, and I'm looking at one on eBay, but I don't know if I'm going to get shot if I buy it. So I'm just going to hang tight.
Yeah, there's been a couple pop up. I saw a Najee downtown pop up that I wanted, but I can't afford that and the divorce attorney. So, because I would have to get a divorce if I ended up spending that kind of money on a card.
Yeah, for sure. So I haven't been buying cards lately. Obviously, I'm pretty hard into memorabilia. Um, so a couple partners of mine have really high dollar athletes, so I try to buy some of that stuff and deal with that. We do go to Dallas. We do Dallas Card Show. We'll be there this weekend actually, doing
Oh
Shane
hell yeah,
Leckler, who's a Hall of Fame punt returner if everything goes right, or a punter rather, not a punt returner.
that's awesome.
Speaking of punt returners, how about Malik Neighbors? Right, awesome punt returner.
Wow.
Wow is an understatement.
Is that the guy who faked the punt? Wait, no,
No,
no.
that was that. No, that was the guy who muffed it twice. Not
Oh,
once,
okay. That's that
twice.
LSU talk. Gotcha.
Ellis who?
LS,
Yeah.
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 And then it was awesome. It was awesome because after that, they did a press conference with Brian Kelly on, I guess it was Monday, and I guess all the reporters were late. So he had made a comment about them being late, and then so when the reporters were like, "How about you win a game and we'll be on time?"
Yeah. Sorry, we muffed our appointment.
It was wild, wild.
That was a wild game. I'm not an
And
LSU fan, but that was an intense game for sure.
Yeah, it was a treat. It was a treat. But
For
I said,
FSU fans.
right. Well, I mean, give Kelly 3 recruiting classes. I mean, we're going to have him for the next 10 years. We owe him, I think, $100 million. So give him 3 recruiting classes. Let him have his own players, and we'll see what happens.
Yep. I'm a Penn State fan, so I had to deal with all the backlash from the Paterno
You
shit.
barely won. Yeah, backlash is understatement. I mean, they would damn near hung that man in Central Square.
Oh yeah. It was pretty
wild.
rough.
being born and
Wow.
raised in Rhode Island, we don't really celebrate college. College football is all new to me.
Well, it's like so same, right? So when I was born and raised in New Jersey. So for 18 years of my life, I never paid attention to college football, right? We had Rutgers, and they were good once, and they were number 4 in the country one time, and I was there. I can attest to it. They were number 4 in the country, but that happened one time. So then, got stationed in the military, got stationed in Louisiana, and I found out that Sunday football really is irrelevant when you come down south. Yeah, they had the Saints, and Saints were good for that one year I was down here. I got down here in 08. They won the Super Bowl in 09. And
Wow,
then,
you went to Louisiana right in the middle of it, huh?
right, yeah. So I said 18 years old in the middle of Louisiana. I thought they told me I was going to Barksdale, LA. I thought I was going to Los Angeles. I was duped.
Yeah. Surprise.
Yeah. So going from like being a city kid to Shreveport, Louisiana wasn't really. It was a culture shock. Let's call it that. Yeah, I mean it's interesting. It's fun.
I was gonna say, really, that could be the only reason you move here is because of the military.
And it was right. And then I met my wife here, and she likes it here, and happy wife, happy life. And I've
right.
learned to like it. Right? It's a slow pace. It's cool.
Yeah, I was born and raised here, so it's kind of old to me. There's nothing to do
Yeah.
around here. Nothing. It's just a little go to work, come home.
Steve, I gotta say, man, with your camera and the opacity, you kind of look like a ghost. It looks like there's a ghost on stream, and you're talking to us.
Ooh.
And I love it. I love it. It's Halloween is right around the corner, but leave it how it is. It's great. I for a long time too, and just Louisiana. My first trip was you guys' show, and I thought I was going to Los Angeles, and the wife says no, you're going to Louisiana. So I called up Austin right away, and I'm like, what's going on, man? You guys got to change this LA. You guys could do GUX because I know you guys like that, right? Let's just change the abbreviation to Louisiana. Can we make that happen?
I don't know that too many people would accept that. They're pretty proud of everything, and LA is one of them. So I don't know. Pretty proud people. That's one thing. That's the only thing I'll give it credit to. Louisiana is pretty proud of everything.
But there's nothing really to be proud about.
Right? Yeah, I was gonna say they're proud about just about everything but Shreveport. They're not really proud of Shreveport, but it's there. So
Yeah, I live in the heart of Shreveport.
there you go.
Actually, David got to see a few of the characters. I explained to him that the cops around here call it Area 51 because there's really no telling what you'll see.
Yeah, I was kind of upset I missed it. So when they showed me pictures of Comic Con, I thought it was halfway between like a bikini contest and like an anime cartoon. I wasn't really sure what was going on.
No, you're about spot on. It
Man,
was like a swimsuit show. I don't know. It was interesting, that's for sure.
I think the wild part was, the guy outside. There was a line, right? There was a line to get in, but there was also a guy on a megaphone speaking about how everyone needs to repent and accept Jesus in their life.
You're all sinners.
And was just yelling at everyone in the line. So it was just, it was crazy. Just the line in itself outside was an event.
That is fantastic. Yeah. Who doesn't love the Jesus guy? You know what I mean? Like he's like everywhere. I don't know. Like I don't know if they just like they flock to Comic Cons or how it works, but I get it.
There might have been some people saved that day, and that's amazing. That's good.
Amen.
Amen.
That's funny.
Steve kept going outside. I'm like, Steve, what are you doing outside? He's like, man, I just got to hear this sermon.
Yeah, I gotta talk to this guy. I gotta hear the word.
I'm
trying to hear Jesus right now.
It was so funny because it was like where he was standing, all he saw was cleavage. That's all he could see from up there. Like, and he's like leaning over the railing, trying to talk to everybody about going to hell and fornication and all that. And it was like, really?
Yeah,
this is where you want to talk about that.
I went out.
Dog the bounty hunter.
I went out just as he was saying, you guys dressing up in these costumes to disguise what Austin's in, what you're truly, there we go. Now, oh no, it messed up my camera. Now you can see all this gut to the side.
Oh no.
Now it is what it is.
Way to go,
We're just
Austin.
gonna roll. Thank you, Austin.
We're out here.
So we were talking about the event, and how outside there was a huge line, but there was also everyone dressed up in Freddy Krueger and all these other demonic stuff, and then you got a guy preaching outside, right outside the line. It was amazing. It was great show all in all, but that was a real fun part to go outside and hear him blast at the people.
Praise Jesus.
That's awesome. I like it.
It was nice.
I like it. Boys, we have a football game in about an hour and a half. Who's excited?
That is true. I'm gonna
Yes,
try to move
absolutely.
my camera while you guys.
Ready
be right
to
back.
go.
Who's everybody got? Oh, there we go.
So I was talking about this earlier. I mean, like my heart has the Rams. Only because
Really?
Oh, yeah. So I've met Jalen Ramsey. As bad as he is in person, like to watch him like be on the football field and talk noise and do all that, he's actually a genuinely great person. And like we stopped an autograph signing to go to a Bible study.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Like
that's awesome.
He is genuinely an awesome human being. He has a charity for children with Derwin James and the Chargers, and he's really all about that and his kids. And then Aaron Donald, I've worked with him before, and also a super genuine family oriented person. So that's why I'm a Rams guy, right? I'm a Jets fan because I'm from New Jersey, but growing up, I could probably learn better. And the Rams are really one of my favorite teams. But there is also Josh Allen, and Josh Allen just lost his offensive coordinator. His offensive coordinator is now Ken Dorsey. If everybody remembers who Ken Dorsey is, he's the scrub from Miami who played quarterback.
I do know Ken Dorsey.
Right. So I don't know that you get a first-year offensive coordinator emulate what you just had in Double or whatever, Dable. I don't know how you say his name. So I think there's slip-ups. I don't think that Josh Allen is going to run around for his life and throw great passes today. I don't think that happens against a Rams defense that has, Jalen Ramsey in the secondary and probably the best player in the world on the defensive line. My pick is the Rams, 24-21.
Wow.
Okay.
How about you, Austin? What you feeling?
I mean, I really think it's going to be a little bit more scoring. I mean, obviously the Rams defense is just loaded with stars, right? I mean, they have all pro talent at every level. Defensive line, linebacker, in the secondary. So, I mean, I want the Bills to win. That's who I want to win. And even though they're in the same division as the Patriots, I mean, you guys know I'm a huge Saints fan growing up in New Orleans, and I've lived in New England on and off for, I don't know, 20 years or so. So I've been a Pats fan for a long time as well. So it's kind of hurtful to see the Bills doing so well, but they're a hard team not to like. You know what I mean? Their fans are so faithful. I have a lot of friends that are Bills fans, and they're out there and it's negative 10 degrees and they got their shirts off, diving on top of tables and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And my sister actually just moved out there. So I'm kind of pulling for them. I mean, I think it's going to be a little bit of a higher scoring game. I think one of them is going to at least touch the 30s for points.
Oh, wow.
I'm thinking more like 31, 32 to 27, something like that. Bills.
Whoa.
That's fair.
Bills.
I mean, I don't think it's going to go crazy. I mean, it's just that the Rams defense is just too good, right? It's
Yep.
Well, I think it's early.
Their
right?
lack of experience with the offensive coordinator is clearly an issue. But it's Josh Allen. I think he's going to take another step forward this year. I mean, I think he's just going to be elite. I really do. I mean, he's got. I think Gabe Davis is going to come out and play.
I like Gabe Davis.
Yeah, I think Gabe Davis is really going to come out and be a factor. Singletary's got a shot. Running back, he should have a pretty good season. And Josh Allen, I think, is just going to do Josh Allen things. I think he's going to look like he did last year and possibly better. Just gonna have to
I
wait
think
and see.
the Bills fans just deserve one good year because they've had to deal with decades of it. Kind of like being a Saints fan. Y'all have
Just get
gone
used to it.
through so many years of the brown bag days, and
Yeah.
it's they deserve it. They deserve one good little run.
Four Super Bowls, 0 wins consecutive, back to back to back to back. I mean,
It's the Cubs all over again.
I don't know. That's enough to make you want to like jump off a cliff. Like
That's why
That's-
they jump off of trailers onto tables, is because they're trying to lose the memory of what was that, like 1989 to like 1993 or whatever it was. I
Yeah.
don't remember the exact years, but it was in that ballpark.
Yeah, you're
You
gonna
know?
have to like check the fans for CTE here soon. Wow.
So who
I'm
you
actually
think-
looking forward to. I really want to go out to a game out there. I mean, I'm not. I really could care less about the Bills or either of these teams, to be completely honest with you. But I do want to go out to Buffalo just because I've heard the environment is just like second to none. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, going to a game at like Death Valley, right down LSU. I mean, that's, you know, I just hear the atmosphere is amazing. Even if you don't like the team, it's just a lot of fun to go. You know what I mean? I wouldn't wear a Patriots hat out there, that's for sure. But
Oh, yeah.
It's too damn cold up there for me. Mm-mm.
So when you do go to Buffalo, go to Duff's. The
Duff's?
bar. They have the best wings I've ever had in my whole entire life. They're gonna tell you to go to. They're gonna tell you to go to Anchor Bar. Don't go there. It's like the place that they were supposedly made, but it's just way overcrowded. So just go to Duff's. It's very good.
Is that like a Simpson bar?
I was thinking the same damn thing.
Yeah. So
I was too,
that's
to be
funny.
honest.
Funny you say that. When they sent me there, I was there for a military assignment, so we got to go to Niagara Falls, which is not that nice, right? The American side is kind of like a dump, and the Canadian side is like a movie. So we got to go there, and then they were like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Anchor Bar." We go into Anchor Bar. It's like, "Oh, it's a 2-hour wait." I'm like, "Oh, this is great." So we go to this place called Duff's, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna go here," and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! Like, I'm not eating like I don't know what they call Duff beer. Like, I don't want that. Not interested." And so we go in there, and these wings are like ridiculously big, and they're delicious, and they're just cooked right. And I don't know if they actually did create them, but they're really, really good at what they did. So,
Nice. Nice. Hey,
David,
Steve,
who's going to win tonight?
I got the Rams winning. I
The
think
Rams. Wow.
I think-
So
I think-
we're split.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think Cooper Kupp is gonna continue his fantasy wows. I-
Beat down.
I love those little short passes, little dump offs. Hey Steve, can you look at the settings and get rid of this tramp stamp that I have on my head? Oh no, I just spent this whole time trying to get rid of it. So yeah, I think the Rams are gonna win.
Nice.
I
What's
like
wrong with your
Buffalo.
head?
You don't see
Yeah,
it?
there's nothing on your head. It's actually
There's nothing on your head, buddy.
Yeah,
Really?
it's just on your screen. Yeah, I promise.
Yeah.
Your forehead looks great. Everything looks good.
How long have you
Are
been
you-
trying to take
Peyton,
that
you
off?
and Peyton Manning have fantastic foreheads. You and Peyton
Yeah,
Manning,
thank you.
I mean, they're
It's
amazing.
huge.
Just yell Omaha real quick, just one time.
Come on, do it.
No, so I got that the text shows on the screen, the chat, and
Yeah.
I did like a test chat, and it's showing on my head. I don't know. Maybe it is just my screen.
I see nothing
Cool.
except for that beautiful face.
Appreciate it, guys.
So we're not getting Omaha. All right, I'll get
All
over.
right,
Oma.
I'll
There you go,
have to
there
make
you
a
go.
meme of it. But
Yeah. So the only team I got winning, the Super Bowl this year, of course, is the 49ers
yeah,
and San Francisco 49ers.
Oh.
that guy that or that team that Steve Young used to play for.
That's,
Right,
yes,
right.
Yes.
Joe Montana.
Yes. I caught the end of Montana's career, the beginning of Steve Young's, and it was just an amazing ride. And I stuck with it ever since. And so just a fan.
Then you
Just a fan.
had Jeff Garcia.
Jeff Garcia.
Ooh,
He was
And
great.
then you had. I don't know
Wasn't
who
he?
you had
Wasn't
after
Jeff Garcia the first openly gay football player? Wasn't that Jeff Garcia? Was he the first?
I don't know if he was openly gay.
I don't know if he's openly gay while he was playing.
no, wasn't
I,
it that defensive
I
line?
mean, it was a lineman.
It was for
yeah.
the Rams. Actually,
Sam?
speaking of which, yeah,
Sam
that's what-
something.
He's trying to make a comeback.
Is he really?
Oh wow.
You know what's
he's gonna play for
crazy is
XFL, I think.
The crazy is the Manti Te'o story. If you guys watch that on Netflix, that is insane.
So I don't understand how someone can believe that they're dating somebody that they've never seen, and like be serious about it and talk about it to media.
I mean, and after watching it, I kind of felt for him because it was like, you know, he was when you play football, his life was football. So he
Didn't she
moved.
die and come back or something though?
Yeah, because it was really a guy.
Like that's where I would have started questioning shit. I would have been like, wait, didn't you
Eaten by
already
a
send me your
lion. What's that
obituary?
song? How's that song go? Eaten by a lion, and then there's like 99 reasons why his girlfriend died. Who I don't know who that was, but
You got to watch it, man. You got to watch it because yes, she did die and she did come back, but it was a guy. It was a guy, and he just knew how to disguise his voice, and yeah, he fell in love with Manti Te'o.
So it was
I
a
think he was
trans
disguising
guy though,
more
wasn't
than
it?
Yeah, at the time he was kind of like he was
On
still
the
a guy.
verge.
He was still a guy, and so he would actually do multiple personalities. He would put Manti on the phone with like 6 people, but it was just him, just changing his voice to 6 different people. He went on Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil was like, "It is insane that you were able to change your voice so many times."
Yeah, it's also insane that you did this. But besides that,
Yeah. Besides ruining, you know, what was he was what, a second round pick? First
Yeah,
round pick?
second
He
round.
ended up
Yeah, a
dropping.
second round pick. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I mean, I was
second
excited
linebacker
when he
taken.
came to New Orleans there for a second. Like I was hoping he was going to have, you know, I was hoping he had got that whole scandal behind him and he was going to go back to his Notre Dame days. But that
Well,
just
they
didn't
were
happen.
I was reading about his recruiting. Like he was like the second coming of Jesus at linebacker, like for the state of Hawaii.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
there has never been a better linebacker in the entire world other than Manti Te'o. And then he goes to Notre Dame, finds a fake girlfriend, almost wins the Heisman. Craziness.
Everything's ruined.
So Ty, though, like let's say you were playing college football and your schedule was crazy, but then you know on Facebook you start talking to this girl and you know things lead to another. You get on the phone with her, she sounds legit, right? And you guys talk every single day. And yes, you can't go and meet her because your schedule is crazy, and she lives back in your in your hometown, supposedly. Like yes, of course he got duped.
D, if I'm that good of a football player and I'm at a D1 school, there are far too many women to pick from to be talking about some woman on a phone.
They're hanging
Yeah.
off of him.
But back then,
Like it's not like he was a bad looking guy.
he's
or
just a faithful
anything.
guy, you know.
Like,
he's a faithful guy. He
Confused is what he was.
I'm just trying
It's
to
like-
back up the man.
like
yeah.
the Yahoo chat room girlfriends or something.
Yeah.
I don't
ASL.
understand it.
Is that what it says?
Yeah.
It was ASL.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was AIM back in the AIM days.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're long past that. I mean, it wasn't like he was doing this in like 2002. It was what 2008, 7, 9, 12. It wasn't that long ago.
That's not a girlfriend. That's a romantic pen pal.
The terminology of catfish wasn't even around then.
Right. We had to invent it for him.
That is true. It did get invented after that.
Yeah.
It's a great watch, though. It's a great watch. You guys got to see it. It's awesome.
Absolutely insane.
Austin, how about you? Who are you picking this year? Is it the Saints
For the
again?
Super Bowl? Man, I think the Saints gonna have a squad. I don't know about Super Bowl, but they're gonna have a squad. You don't
Where?
think so, Tight? You don't think the
Where?
Saints are gonna have a squad?
I don't think you have a quarterback.
Or a
I think we
coach.
do.
That's a lot of wishful
I think-
thinking.
I
Is that
think James
buffalo
could do it.
wings? Is that boneless wings?
No,
like a
this right
meatball.
here is meatballs. That my
A
man.
Okay.
meatball.
Yeah, I have my trophy
mean-
wife back here making me food.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Yeah. The other day I got shamed for eating buffalo boneless wings because I go to I go to B Dubs or Buffalo Wild Wings, wherever you are.
Yeah.
You call it different wherever you are. And yeah, I ordered boneless wings and the waitress was like, boneless? You mean chicken nuggets? I'm like,
Oh,
no, no.
tough crowd.
Savage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Savage.
yeah.
Oh.
Like it was like
There goes
roast.
your tip.
Would you
There
like a
goes your
Happy
tip,
Meal?
honey.
Yeah.
But Austin, getting a Saints fan's opinion on the whole Kamara thing. What is his deal, man?
Yeah, you should just beat the hell out of people in casinos. It makes everything better.
Yeah. That's definitely gonna, help in contract negotiations in the future for sure. You know, I mean, maybe he can go. Maybe he'll go UFC. I mean, I don't know. Maybe he'll get kicked out of the NFL, and he'll just go take on McGregor. I mean, who knows? I mean, or Jake Paul. We'll get him. We get Chimera
one
Jake
of the Paul
Paul
brothers.
There we go.
Hey,
I bet-
AB was trying to fight there for a little bit.
He was. Hey, I bet they wish that Lamar Jackson would do the same thing as Kamara would, so they would sign him faster.
They it was crazy. Someone was saying that people in Vegas are going crazy with Kamara bets. They're betting the unders on everything just because like at any time they think the tapes are going to be released and the unders are just all going to hit.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know that he's even going to see a suspension this year. I mean, his next court date, I think, is in October. Is that what it is? Did it get pushed to October?
It's October,
Yeah.
but they're going to appeal it out through the season. I mean,
Yeah,
Vegas
of course
knows everything. Vegas is way smarter than everybody in this room.
Yeah.
It's like
That's true.
if Vegas thought that he was going to be suspended, those odds would be like next to nothing.
It is true. That is
I
true.
mean, he's gonna play the whole season. We got Mark Ingram. He's old, but we'll get a little bit of utility out of him. Michael Thomas coming back. I think that's obviously going to be a plus. I mean, are we going to see 2017 Michael Thomas setting records, 150 receptions? No, we're not. But if we can get 70, 80 receptions out of him, I mean, that's still huge productivity. Then you had Jarvis Landry, who's a baller.
Yep.
So I mean, we've got Kamara coming out of the backfield that's going to get probably 50, 60 receptions at least minimum. Right?
And
then we got
who's the
Chris
quarterback?
Olave,
Who's the quarterback?
my grandmother, her cousin.
Yeah, which one?
So, but I mean, but here's the deal, though. I mean, Jameis Winston was he's a Heisman quarterback, right? That doesn't really necessarily say much, but he had 5,000 yards passing. He threw for 30 touchdowns. Granted, he also had 30 picks. I don't want to forget about that part of it. But here's the deal: the boy couldn't see, so now he got some corrective surgery in his eyeballs.
Nice.
Now he can see. Hopefully he's not colorblind. I mean, maybe that's the real reason he was throwing to the wrong colored jersey. I don't know.
Austin got inside information. This is why he picked up Jameis in fantasy because he's like, oh, this dude
Right,
can
I'm
see now.
telling you. I mean, he's got too many weapons. We've got a solid offensive line. We've got a sick defense. Our defense is going to be a top 5 defense.
I like that fast receiver. What's I picked him up last year. Gosh,
Callaway,
Deontay
Yes.
Hardy.
Callaway.
Yeah.
Marquise Callaway.
Yeah.
I just
And
got a
also-
ping on my phone, by the way, that Christian McCaffrey just jumped on the injured reserve on the injured list.
Stop.
He slept
Shut
wrong.
up.
Not IR, but he's on the injured list for this week.
For what?
He slept wrong.
That dude is the most fragile person I think I've ever seen in my life.
And I got the second pick in fantasy on one of my leagues, and of course I picked Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a solid.
Starting your year off right.
I'll
I
tell
was
you,
last.
GM of the
I was last
GM of the
picking all of
year.
them.
Yeah, time to pick up Chuba Hubbard.
I was excited for him, but he didn't really do anything. I mean, he's borderline almost got cut,
Yeah, that's
He did.
true.
You almost did.
which is a shame because I mean he's got the tools, he just can't figure it out. You know what I mean? The NFL is a completely different game. When the linebackers are running 4-3s, and plus
You're not outrunning everybody.
You're not outrunning everybody, right? I mean, he played,
Oklahoma
where did he
State?
play? Oklahoma State. Yeah, he played Oklahoma State. They only have a couple of real games a year, so the ability to outrun a linebacker at Temple versus trying to outrun Demario Davis or somebody else inside their division or whoever, right, is
probably not.
slim to none.
Yeah, probably not.
It's not happening. So it's
No.
just a completely different situation. I mean, I'm really excited to see Michael Thomas come back, man. I really am. I think he has the ability to do something because he's not, in years past, it was Michael Thomas and then some other randos, right? Like we didn't have we didn't have any depth. We had Michael Thomas and Alvin Kamara, right? So
Right.
now we have some depth with Jarvis Landry. Chris Olave has been balling out.
Oh, he's the best player on that team by the end of the year.
Balling out. So I mean, I'm really excited to see because Olave is going to be going deep, right? Jarvis Landry, and they've also been moving Michael Thomas around. So I mean, he runs a fantastic route tree, but based off of, I guess I would say, maybe Breeze's arm strength just losing it those last couple of years. I mean, everybody said, well, he's basically a slant runner. Well, that's true, but he has the ability to run the entire tree. So now they're trying to utilize him in that second and third level as well, is what they've been working on during preseason. So if you have 3 top tier wide receivers that can run the full route tree and go to the third level at any given time, that's dangerous. If you get Kamara going and then you run the play action off of Kamara, I mean, they could put up some points. And Winston's got a cannon.
Sure.
I mean, I'm not a huge Winston guy, really. I mean, I've got faith in him. I think he's sat back. I mean, they also didn't take the training wheels off of him last year either. They just didn't. And then we didn't have any wide receivers last year either. I mean, who are you throwing to? Traquan Smith and Callaway and Deontay Harris.
What's up with Hill? What's up with Hill? Is he still on the team?
Yeah, Hill's going to be the same thing that he was years ago. He's probably going to be our passing down tight end.
I was going to say, isn't he officially labeled a tight end?
Yeah. So he's going to be a fullback, running back, tight end, quarterback, wildcat,
man,
special teamer. He's going to be punting balls. He's going to be kicking field goals. I think I saw some pom poms the other day, so I think he's been doing some cheerleading in between. All of that.
Nice. I like the diversity.
So, I mean, he's going to be busy this year. He's going to be busy.
So I saw a meme, and I have to throw this out there, that Taysom Hill makes more money this year than the entire WNBA. Every player.
I saw that meme. Wow. He's I think he's got 10 or 11 million dollars, 10.8 or
18.1.
No, come on. Is it 18 million?
I ain't paying him. I don't know.
We have the technology. Hang on.
I can fix the WNBA problem. I just got to reach out to them, but all you have to do is really move their season, right? You got to line it up with NBA, and then put it before the games, and make like a special before the game. So if you're here in Atlanta and you're going to watch the Hawks play, before the game, you can watch their WNBA team play.
For free.
With your ticket, and you cut them in on the NBA and like it's an easy fix, right? Because then you got the lady saying, hey, we gotta make it to the game a little earlier today to catch the women play, and there you go, it's fixed.
All right,
I'll send you the invoice.
There you go. Austin, what we got here is 18-1. I know it's not 10. Surely the WNBA has more money than that.
He's got to pull up the third window because he's like, surely this isn't true. I hope this is wrong.
It is. This year he's making 10.1.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I don't know what they got that. I don't know how that's more than the whole WNBA. But
it might be. I mean, I think they only make what did they say that the Russia chick was making like $400,000 a year or something, and she was one of the top paid players. So I mean, it's possible. Everybody else is making $50,000.
Well,
yeah.
Time out. She's not Russian, but she is now.
I was gonna say she is for a while. She will be for a while.
He said the Russian chick.
That Russian chick, bro.
Hey, I seen her.
We gotta clip that.
Brittany Griner, right? That's her name.
She's not Russian, but I guess she's getting citizenship. I don't know.
I actually heard her speak the other day, and I'm like, this is a dude. This is a dude. This is a dude. This is Joanna, man, over again.
That's the first thing I thought of when I heard her voice as well. I can't lie.
Well,
she's a very masculine voice. I'm not saying that she's a dude. I'm just saying she's a masculine voice.
If it was you or I that went to Russia with essentially, let's call it what it is, right? Marijuana in our backpack.
Mm-hmm.
Would anybody expect us to get? You know what?
I'm surprised she was allowed to get on the plane.
Right? Yeah, get back on the plane and go home. You know what I mean? Like, how about the TSA guy that completely screwed the pooch?
I was surprised to hear. Like, wait, okay, so she got on the plane with it successfully, got all the way over there, and then they're like, ma'am, please, ma'am, sir. Just step
whatever you are. You.
Oh man, this
use
is
proper pronouns.
This is episode 3, and we're already getting canceled, guys.
Yeah, we this is over with. We're done.
All right,
Cancel.
changing subjects.
Change of subject.
So, D Money, who do you think is going to win this year NFL season?
I mean, I think I already stated the obvious. You know, we have 2 elite quarterbacks in Trey Lance and Jimmy Garoppolo,
That you don't know who to play or pay.
and we pay them both. We'll just pay them both. We'll play them both. We'll pay them both. Kittle's banged up. Kittle got a groin injury the other day, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, he was.
I saw Elijah was listed as possible or
Questionable.
questionable.
Hey, listen, I like the LSU guy. I like the LSU guy. Ty Austin, I hope you got some signed things from that guy. What is Davis Pope or something? Davis
Price. God,
Matt
oh,
Price.
come on, man. He plays for your team.
I know. I just don't know him yet. I don't know him till he hits the field.
Have you seen him in preseason? How did he do in preseason?
He
didn't see
did
him
pretty
in-
well.
He killed it.
I seen him
He
do
killed it.
great, and I was like, I'm picking this dude up.
Yeah,
I picked him up in
killed it.
fantasy because I love the style. So 49ers, if you see them play, they'll bring in 2, 3, 4 running backs and play them all during the game. Like even
Are you counting Debo as one of those running backs?
counting
or-
Debo? Yeah.
Well, it's because Shanahan's offense. He runs the same offense that his dad did, and everybody else. And he just, if Terrell Davis can't run anymore, we'll find somebody else to do it, and just keep going.
It kind of reminds me of like little league football, like the coach's son that is better than everybody else. It's like, okay, we're going to put you at every position we can.
And it's crazy because they keep finding these guys, right? Because if you think about it, they had Matt Breeder, they had Raheem Mostert. These guys top speed in the whole NFL, and yeah, they just you want to leave, okay, and they just go on to the next, and then Mitchell and
Running
who's the
backs
other-
have zero value in today's NFL when it comes to that situation. They're easily replaceable. When you can pick up a quality running back in the 3rd and 4th rounds,
It's like Trey
Guys
Sherman.
that are gonna
Trey
start.
Sherman was a beast, and I thought, right, but they were like,
I like
"Move
Trey
on."
Sermon and then he got cut. I don't know what he did.
Well,
There's
he
got to
was-
be
he
more
was-
to it than that.
He was slow.
He had power.
He-
It was-
He
it was-
ran like a 4.8. I mean, he was not fast by any stretch of the imagination. So, I mean, like, you can only have so many of those people, and I think that Ty Davis Price is kind of that person for them. Because he's not a burner by any stretch of imagination, but he put his head down and he'll mow people over.
Goal
And you
line
don't need
back.
one of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need one of them.
He's breaking 2 or 3 tackles for sure.
All right. Yeah, he's going to drag people with him. He may only go 5 yards, but everybody's going to feel it.
Yeah, 100%. How about you? Oh, we already know about you, Steve. Oh my gosh.
No,
I don't
no,
even want to hear
You
this,
don't.
But go
I'm
ahead.
not. I can't. Okay.
Go ahead.
Being a
Go
Steeler fan, D Money
Oh, God.
automatically thinks I'm gonna say the Steelers. We're in rebuild phase. We don't know who our quarterback's going to be next week. The only reason we know who's going to be our quarterback this week is because they came out and said it. But
Steve
no,
got a little upset with me because I told him T.O. is better than Chase Claypool right now, today.
come on, guys.
That is true, probably.
Wait, who is? I didn't. I didn't
Terrell
hear what you said.
Owens, T.O. is better than Chase Claypool.
T.O.
Now, he
Terrell
can,
Owens ran a 4.340 yesterday.
I
You
believe
can
he
run fast and not play football.
He can, though. He can.
Could he
He's-
get
to play.
could he get his head taken off by a free safety and be able
Yes.
to play?
Yes.
You're not
the
allowed to
dude's
do that in the
solid,
NFL
bro.
anymore.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that anymore.
I was just getting ready to say that's not going to happen.
Dude, he
You're
can.
trying
He
to
can
tell
Look
me
jump
at
it's
that
not
that
team.
going
targeting
to
call. Did you guys see the LSU game? Did you see that targeting
Oh,
call on Ali Gay?
It was the poster child of targeting.
Oh yeah.
I did
Decapitation.
See that. That was crazy.
That was a little. Like they're going to show that. That is from now going forward. That is going to be the hit that they show
Oh,
when they
yeah.
start discussing
For sure.
targeting. Because it was perfect.
Yeah, they upped
You couldn't have done it any better. Like that. Like that's perfect. Great job, buddy.
He was
Great
like,
job.
Coach, you didn't want me to do it like this, right? So you guys all got it wrong, just to let you know about who's going to win the Super Bowl. But go,
All right,
let's go ahead.
let's hear it.
No, let
I-
him finish first. Go ahead.
I was gonna say to win the Super Bowl, I honestly think it's gonna be the Bills. I feel like Josh Allen's just got it. He's got the weapons behind him. He's got the defense behind him. He's got the coach. I feel like they're going to go all the way this year. I felt like they were going to go all the way last year, so I
And then
can't
they added
really.
Von Miller.
And that, I mean, this is the reason why the Niners are going to win is because of their defense. We got Bosa's healthy. We got, my boy at linebacker, Warner. And
Y'all say
Stop.
you guys say this. The Saints are a
Stop.
stretch.
Stop.
all right, let's
So the
hear it.
team-
Let's hear it, Ty.
All right,
Let's hear it.
all right, the team, I'll break it down for you. The team that's going to win the Super Bowl, all they have to do is make it out of the division. And you said the right last name, it was just the wrong player, is the Los Angeles Chargers. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Not gonna
right?
happen. Not gonna happen.
Easy. Calm down. Easy. Pump the brakes. So,
The toughest division.
well, it's the toughest division, right? So
I gotta mute my
single-handedly. Oh my jeez. So Justin Herbert will be the best quarterback in the league by the end of the season. They have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, who are Pro Bowl receivers at a very bare minimum. That now, nevertheless, everybody makes the Pro Bowl last year, so I don't know who is and who isn't. So you have Eckler. Austin Eckler is a Pro Bowl running back. His backup is Jackson. He's not horrible, but he's there. Their offensive line is much improved, right, from 2 years ago, because 2 years ago they were god awful and Justin Herbert was running for his life, but still threw 30 touchdowns. He's improved every year, took a step, and he's had the same offensive coordinator every time, which is important. Now let's flip over to the defensive side. You have Khalil Mack and Bosa. At linebacker, you have somebody, I'm not sure who's there. And then in the backfield, you have J.C. Jackson when he decides to be healthy, and Derwin James, who may be the best safety in the league. So they're prepared. They have the weapons to do it. They just got to get out of their league, or their division, rather.
Ah, man, oh man, this is probably a guy who heavily invested in Justin Herbert. He probably bought all
Mind
his
your
rookie cards.
business. Mind
probably-
your
Oh,
That's what
it
it
all
is.
makes sense.
He's
It
got a
is-
stack of Prism cards sitting next to him of Justin Herbert right now.
It is.
Yeah.
protecting
He's
his
got the whole
investment.
rainbow.
It's in the shrine. Leave it alone, okay? All
By
right.
the way, I was gonna buy that box of Clearly, and I heard you came and bought it. Was that a Herbert you pulled? What was it?
That was a year two only on-car auto he made that year. I just happen to own it. I don't own it anymore because I traded that to get a rookie card. But I'm just a fan. Like I said, I like it. I think he's worth something, and you can't improve every year and not make the final leap. Like I said, he's kind of like a Josh Allen, right? Like Josh Allen, every year he's gotten better. And the team's gotten better around him. And to be wholeheartedly, I could see them meeting in the playoffs for the chance to go to the Super Bowl.
I mean, that would actually be a good call for the AFC Championship game. I mean, I don't know that I would go. I mean, if I was going to go against Chargers Bengals, I'd go Bengals. You know why? You know why. But here's the difference.
And I know why.
The O
You know,
line.
but he also got Karras. He got Lale Collins, another LSU boy. So we've made the only thing that they were really missing last year was an offensive line, which he now has, which he's never had.
And a cornerback, thanks to the Saints, but he's still there.
Yeah. So, and then you got Eli Toast Apple. So if they get rid of, Eli Apple is the. You're only as good as your worst player, right? And so
He's pretty bad.
he's pretty bad. So,
Yep.
but he was good. They were good enough to get to the Super Bowl. And I'm not
Right.
saying that they're going to. I'm not going to say that they're going to go back this year because it's almost impossible to go back to backs. But they made some
Unless you're Tom
significant
Brady.
improvements. Unless you're Tom Brady. I mean, he's in his own freaking class of athlete. But I think Burrow has a real opportunity to have a ridiculous year this year now that he has an offensive line, assuming they all stay healthy. Obviously, Karras has had some injury issues. I think Collins had some injury issues last year.
Too.
He has
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, I can't trust that offensive line. I haven't been able to actually see it. I know the hype is there that they fixed the offensive line and that everything's solved and he can
We'll know by
actually
week
stand
6.
up in the pocket. Yep.
Oh, for sure.
We'll know by week 6 if they're going to gel, come together. I mean, individually, they're Pro Bowl players, right? But now we've put them all together on one line in a new system. I mean, we're just gonna have to wait and see what happens. I mean, if they come and play balls out, then they have a shot at getting back to the Super Bowl. You know, they've got, you know, Mixon coming out of the backfield is going to get probably 1,300 yards. You know, if he stays healthy with a healthy offensive line, and that's really, I mean, Mixon's been putting up numbers for years with one of the worst offensive lines in football. Now, if theoretically, on paper at least, they've fixed that issue. So now you've got Jamar Chase, you know, catching everything within 30 feet of him, right? And then you've got Mixon coming out of the backfield. I mean, you might have a real opportunity to do something, assuming everybody stays healthy and they fix the offensive line issues. The defense isn't great. I mean, they're not phenomenal. They're serviceable. They're good enough.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, they're not.
Jamar scared me last year. He was like, "Oh man, the ball's too big." I was like, "Oh man, I just drafted you, bud." But then,
Oh, that was the perfect thing in the entire world when his cards first just came out, and everybody was like, "Oh, he can't catch the ball. He can't see the ball." I was like, "Bullshit." There's no way you go a whole college career, you know, burning people and living the dream, and then all of a sudden you can't catch a football. So I was like, all right, I bought them all up. Obviously, we just had like Pen Pals, which was available. But like I said, I was getting Pen Pals for like $60.
nice.
And then he wins the Super Bowl and he plays the Super Bowl and all of a sudden they're worth $600.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
That's awesome.
you can't, you know, I mean, like people don't forget how to catch the ball. Like this isn't baseball. You know what I mean? You don't forget how to hit. You don't forget how to catch. You know, it's crazy.
Here's the thing. If the Chargers win, guys, I'm giving this to Ty.
There we go.
Man.
Oh,
My
damn.
You got this live on stream.
Hey,
Clip
just
this.
just go ahead and print the label, and then February sometime, go ahead and send it over.
It's yours if they win.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. And yes, I have a lot of money invested in Justin Herbert, but
The truth comes out. The truth comes out.
True. It's true, but I think that it's there. I think that like there's small windows in everybody's like Super Bowl thing, right? Like Josh Allen is coming into a window, right? Like we can all admit that Von Miller will not be Von Miller forever. We don't think Tre'Davious White is going to be Tre'Davious White forever. Cornerbacks have a shelf life.
I don't know. He's a dog.
I agree, and I completely agree. However, I also used to watch Darrelle Revis up close and personal all the time, right? And I'm not saying that Tre'Davious White is Darrelle Revis. However, I'm saying there's aspects about their game that are very, very similar. And Darrelle was good for 4 years, right? Like for 4 years, he was the best in the league, kind of like Ramsey is right now. You know, Ramsey is arguably the best cornerback in the league, but he's only going to be there until somebody takes it, right? So I think that Buffalo, if Buffalo is going to do it, is going to have to do this year.
Yep.
No, I agree with
100%.
that. I mean, that's a very valid point. I mean, you've got a couple of years, and then that's it. The team breaks up. The players slow down. There's new blood coming in. I mean, they got
contracts. They got to try to
new
deal
contracts.
out
They end up on new teams.
Yeah.
You know, I was really shocked that oh man, why? Of course, now I'm going to have a brain fart here. Who did the Saints just get rid of? We just traded him for a ice
Gordy Roby or whatever his name is.
No. Number 22.
Yeah.
Gardner Johnson. Gardner Johnson.
Gardner Johnson.
I mean, I can't believe we got rid of him for nothing. I mean, he's one of the best slot corners in football. He's got an attitude like you've never seen. He talks. It isn't. I mean, on game day, I mean, it's good. I mean, he didn't really get a whole lot of suspensions, you know. So I mean, he kept.
But all his teammates hate him.
He kept it down. But when you play, I mean, the whole thing is to win ball games, right? But the problem is that he wanted to get paid like a safety, and they were using him as a slot corner. So
was that the dude who got in that huge fight?
He got in a couple of them.
Yeah,
he got into
it's
a
like
couple of
Debo.
skirmishes.
Same thing with Debo though. They had to pay him they had to pay him like a wide receiver or running back in order for him to stay because he wanted more money.
Yeah.
They had to pay him like one or the other, and or just super incentivize it. So if they did use him as a running back, he got paid more for it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's basically what it came down to was he wanted safety money because technically he was a safety, and then the Saints kind of transitioned him, and into a nickel,
But
But
it's cheaper here. Let's go here.
yeah. So I mean, I don't know. So then we got you got a guy with his talent that we got absolutely nothing for. I mean, I'd rather just see him play out the year or franchise him.
Well,
give
it's
it
like
give it that.
who else was it that was just like pissed off and they go, the guy, Denzel. Not, I mean, it's irrelevant, right? Like, let's not go crazy, but Denzel Mims from the Jets, right?
Okay.
Yeah, he's bitching that he wants to, he wants to be traded, and he's not feeling like he's. I mean, and the Jets GM was like, well, guess what? You're going to be here, so get over it. Like,
Yeah.
we own you for the next 3 years. Like, get comfortable.
And he hasn't played well.
No, he didn't. I mean, but then the last game of the season, so like, granted it's preseason, granted it's the last game, and granted nobody's playing. He had like 120 yards, over 8 catches, over 8 targets, and a touchdown. So I mean, it's not like he's incapable of playing.
Yeah.
He just not going to have the opportunity when the Jets' only position of depth is wide receiver.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
When's their quarterback coming back?
Week 4, so against the Steelers, actually, so that should be a treat.
Oh, there we go. So we'll get to see Pickett play.
Yeah. So that's usually how it happens. The Jets, have their rookie quarterback or have their second-year quarterback that's supposed to be the second coming of Jesus, and then the guy who plays him becomes Jesus. So it's great.
Hey, Mark Sanchez had a little bit of a run there until the butt fumble. You know what I mean? If he didn't get CTE from that dude's ass, like, I mean, who knows?
And I want to tell you, as a Jets fan, that was the heyday.
Wait a minute, you're a Jets fan?
Listen,
and you laughed at me being a Niner fan?
He's from Jersey. He's from Jersey.
Listen, see, you're a traitor. You were from Connecticut, and you own some team
Rhode
West
Island
that you've never seen before. Anyway,
my whole family is all Patriots and stuff, and I just, I'm a rebel.
Anyway, so let's talk about it. So as a Jets fan, my peak Jetsing was when we beat the Patriots in the playoffs. Not once, but twice. Twice now.
I remember.
And Mark Sanchez is actually the most winningest quarterback in playoff history for the Jets. 6-2.
Wow. I did not know that. How many wins does Namath have? 5?
Not that many. I don't know. I know Sanchez is 6-2.
I mean, he won a Super Bowl.
Well, I mean, yeah, but there was like 13 teams in the league when he won a Super Bowl. So, I mean, we got to kind of like. But yeah, I mean, and plus there wasn't like an undercard, a wild card, a quarterfinal, a semifinal.
I love that. I love your coach. Obviously, right? Your coach is great. He's a great guy. But Joe Flacco,
I wonder why.
Joe Flacco might be the guy. You might not have to go back to Zach Wilson.
So I'm really not against it, right? Like, Joe Flacco was overly underappreciated.
Yeah,
he had a cannon, right? Like,
he single-handedly won a Super Bowl against the 49ers. We won't talk about it was against the 49ers, but it was against the 49ers.
Who turned the lights off? Who turned the lights off? That's all I want to know.
It actually worked out in your favor. So let's calm down.
No, it didn't.
Because the minute the lights went off, all of a sudden you guys did like some photosynthesis and learned how to play football again. So like it was weird, but it worked. And then Michael Crabtree was like 5 inches away from hauling in a touchdown to win the game. Now the play calling on the 4th down play on the 2-yard line with 15 seconds left is highly questionable. But again,
we didn't have Marshawn Lynch on our team. Let's just tell you that.
Well, all right, that's neither here nor there. But so I think you guys watched like the Texas Tech game versus Texas A&M or whatever it was when Crabtree hit that fade with like 1 second left to win the game, like back in 2004, and you guys like, it's going to work again. Let's do it in the Super Bowl, and then it just you did it against Ed Reed, which happened to be like the best player on the field, and it didn't work out.
And that was it for Crabtree with us, and then that was it for his career because he went to Oakland and
where 49er receivers go to die.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice.
Cross the bridge. Just cross the bridge. Jerry crossed the bridge. Crabtree crossed the bridge.
It's like the walk of shame now.
I was gonna say something about rugs, and I just stopped.
Yeah, don't do that.
He just got a new suit instead.
That was you guys right over there at Joey's shop saying, "Hey, can you guys do a custom design for this label?" For us?"
First of all, you guys was not me.
I associate you guys. It's your group. Your group.
But I did laugh. I did think it was rather humorous.
Austin calls me. He's like, "This can't be done right," and I'm like, "Probably not."
Well, I mean, Ken and Will are two different things. Like,
Well, that's what it came down to. It's like because I thought it was kind of comical, and I was like,
yeah,
like, I'm not necessarily like, against it, but
yeah. Like I just
David,
think like
I need a
him,
second opinion.
I just think him with a mugshot on like the corner would be like just epic. But we probably shouldn't do that for a multitude of reasons.
Right.
One of them is, we like to keep y'all in business. So
Yeah, we love to stay in business. That's for sure. And
right.
that thing would have spread like wildfire. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, you would have went viral. It would have been
oh,
awesome.
we would have went viral for sure.
100%. Marketing. There's no better marketing, but we sometimes negative marketing is not great marketing.
Our PR guy is Blaine Tucker, so we couldn't do that to him. And he's a Louisiana guy, and we didn't want to put that headache on him because
And he's a preacher. Like we can't put the preacher in that. We can't do that to the preacher, bro.
Yeah.
What better person? You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's why
we make good.
That's he's PR for a lot of reasons, and it's like I told Austin this at the beginning. It's like, if anyone wants to talk bad, we just put him in touch with Blaine, and Blaine will, he'll tell him what it is.
Give him the get right. Yeah, give him the get right.
Because there's a couple ways this could go. If we put people on the line with Austin, it'll go. It won't be good. It won't be good. And me. Yeah, I don't know. Also, won't be good. So yeah, Blaine's the PR guy, 100%.
I'm very calm until I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, everything's good.
Sometimes,
not. Yeah.
Sometimes. We're all calm.
Like to see me. Yeah, you don't like to see me when I'm angry. No. Yeah, I thought that was a good idea, but then again, I don't own the company, and I don't have to deal with the backlash of it. So.
Not yet.
PC card would be pretty cool though. No, I'm kidding. Who did that? I don't know. Who's asking? But no, that's another one talking about like sports card investment. Like Henry Ruggs cards went from like
oh my god
hundreds of dollars to $10 in 30 seconds.
I hit a 1-of-1, right? Of course, out of XR because that's where all the 1-of-1 shit is. But I hit a 1-of-1 and I was so excited. And Sean Basham actually wanted to purchase the card off of me right away. He's an Alabama guy, and I was like, no, man, I think I'm gonna hold on to this one. I see a lot of upside. I'm gonna keep it. But
should let that one go, boy.
Yeah. Oh man, power just went out for Steve. Transformer blue. Gotta love Shreveport. Gotta love Shreveport. Was it you, Austin, that said Shreveport's like Gotham City without Batman?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like hell without. Yeah, it's like hell without anything.
But yeah, I know the game's starting soon. Today's my anniversary, so me and Christina are probably gonna go.
That's right. Happy anniversary,
thank you.
Yeah, happy anniversary. Go get some drinks and be merry.
10 years. I can't believe I've been together with someone that long.
Somebody put up with you for that long.
That long. Let's do this again, you guys. Let's come back on next week or whenever, and we'll pick up this conversation. I really appreciate you guys.
Let's do it.
Jumping on.
Absolutely, no worries.
All right, fellas, have a great night.
Go Rams, go. I'm just kidding.
Peace.